please find your seat. Everybody, please find your seat. All right, one more time, please find your seat. Please find your seat. All right, we're going to start this thing. Everybody, please find a seat. Please find a seat. You guys are getting me in trouble. If you are standing up, that means you are getting me in trouble. Everybody should be having a seat right now. All right, good morning, everybody. How you doing, everyone? All right, one more time. How's everybody doing? Oh, man, everyone, you guys look simply amazing. Give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. Just so you guys know, we have an agenda full with activities for you guys. It's a packed agenda, so we are super excited for this morning. But to kick us off, it's the chairman of the Commerce. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage, my man, Davis.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming today. Welcome to the 2025 Business Awards Breakfast presented by Florida Atlantic University Executive Education College of Business. I'm Michael Davis. I'm the Chairman of the Board of Directors for the Chamber of Commerce of the Palm Beach. I'm also the Senior Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer for WGI. Today, that's okay, you don't have to do that. It is early. Today we will recognize finalists and awardees in the following categories: Health and Human Services Organization of the Year, Nonprofit of the Year, Young Professional of the Year, Small Business Person of the Year, Hospitality and Tourism Organization of the Year, and Business of the Year. Nominations for these awards were made countywide, and recipients were voted on by the Board of Directors of the Chamber. As one of those members voting, I'm going to tell you this was very hard. We had so many really good candidates this year. This year, we are especially proud to present our Lifetime Achievement Award for my 25-year friend, Jeff Koons. I'd like to start by acknowledging the many elected officials who have joined us today, and thank you very much for giving us your time this morning. We'll start with Mayor of North Palm Beach, Deborah Searcy. City of West Lake Worth Beach Commissioner Anthony Segridge. City of Green Acres, Susie Diaz, the Deputy Mayor. Palm Beach County Commissioner Bobby Powell. Palm Beach County Commissioner Greg Weiss. Boca Raton Deputy Mayor Fran Natchless. The Mayor of our county, Maria Marino. Palm Beach County Clerk of the Circuit Court and Comptroller, Joseph Abruzzo. Palm Beach County School Board Member, Virginia Saviato. Our Supervisor of Elections, Wendy Satori Link. City of Boca Raton Council Member, Yvette Drucker. Palm Beach County Tax Collector, Ann Gannon. Florida State Senator Lori Berman. Florida House of Representative, Deborah Tendrick. Palm Beach County School Board Member, Erica Whitfield. Florida House of Representatives, Javante Edmonds. And my West Palm Beach City Commissioner, Christina Lambert. Commissioner of the Port of Palm Beach, DeAndre Poole. Wow, I think that's a record for elected officials showing up, particularly on a Friday morning before a holiday weekend. Thank you for being here. Today, we have a lot to celebrate and a lot of ground to cover. This is going to be arguably the most exciting chamber program you've ever been at, with outstanding finalists, impactful community partners, and a very few special announcements and moments in store. As many of you know, at the Chamber, we pride ourselves on running a tight ship, so it's rare for us to say that this may actually run a little bit past 9 a.m. this morning, just a little. From powerful stories to big announcements, we appreciate your time and promise it will be worth every moment. I would like to thank our presenting sponsors, Florida Atlantic University, our community partner, GL Homes, Platinum sponsor, Circuit and Lemon Light, Plantscape sponsor, Shop Tropicals, award sponsors, Discover the Palm Beaches, La Moya and Bone, Nicholas Children's, the Palm Beach Post, Local IQ, the Brand X Company, and Florida Crystals Corporation. Thank you all. And now, please welcome to the stage Dr. Daniel Gropper, Dean of the College of Business and K Family Professor at Florida Atlantic University, our presenting sponsor for the 2025 Chamber of Business Awards.
Thank you, Michael, and good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure for us to see you here, and I've got to say, walking around and see everybody, this is one of the best looking, most excited groups I've ever seen for a breakfast. So congratulations to all of you. We're excited to help recognize and celebrate all of these outstanding businesses here in the Palm Beaches. But first, let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing and who we are at FAU. FAU is large and growing. We have over 31,000 students across 6 campuses, stretching from Fort Lauderdale to Fort Pierce. Each of those campuses plays a critical role in serving its own distinct community, educating our region's workforce, and supporting a robust innovation economy throughout South Florida. Florida Atlantic has over 200,000 alumni, and most of us live right here in Florida. Now, the university, we can applaud for that, that's good. Florida Atlantic is also getting more popular. We received more than 57,000 applications for a freshman class with 4,500 slots. That's amazing to me. I never could have got into the school. This is one of our largest and most competitive classes in our entire history. Now, the university celebrated an exciting milestone this spring. We reached the Carnegie R1 research status. That's the highest category of research universities. In doing so, we took our place with other major universities in our state university system. And less than 5% of our country's 4,000 universities have reached this status. So that's really incredible. Becoming R1 affirms the fact that we're at the forefront of innovation and excellence with faculty who are regional and national experts in their fields. What does that mean? Well, it means we've got scientists working on discoveries that help improve the quality of life. It means we have medical researchers improving the quality of healthcare. It means we have engineers doing incredible things, and we're doing incredible things in the business school, too. Our faculty are being cited in some of the top places, the Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, both MSNBC and Fox. Not many people are covering both of those bases. Thank you for that little bit of laughter. I appreciate that. But we're helping do research on business that informs and impacts our entire region, whether you're talking about the overall economy, banking, real estate, international trade, tourism, hospitality, and more. Now, we're also one of only 21 universities that's both an R1 research university and what the Carnegie Corporation classifies as an opportunity university. That is universities that provide affordable access to high-class education, and that leads to high earnings after graduation, and we are transforming lives in this area. So we're committed to that. We are not just preparing students to meet the demands of tomorrow. We're making that impact and shaping the future. We're doing that in business fields. We're doing that in medicine, engineering, cybersecurity, data analytics, supply chain management. We're making phenomenal progress. And I want to share a little bit about some measures of quality that we have here in the business school. I'll tell you, every business dean has a love-hate relationship with rankings. We love them when we're up, and we hate them when we're down. We criticize the methodology, and so on. But I'll tell you, the biggest point is this. When we have this many different indicators of excellence, we are making progress and moving ahead, just as this entire area in South Florida is becoming more prominent in the business world. And if you look at our trajectory over the last decade, you can see we're getting more and more recognition, moving ahead. You have young people making that Forbes 30 under 30 top young entrepreneurs. And one of the things I'm proudest of is our executive programs. If you see them at the top there, that's where we got recognition from the Financial Times as being among the very best in the world and number 2 in the United States at continuing education. That is the kind of thing where you need to go back and get training in leadership, in finance, in tax preparation, all the non-degree things, Six Sigma supply chain, phenomenal. And our group here does a tremendous job, so thank all of you. We always keep in mind what our core purpose is, to create opportunity for our students and for organizations in our community. And if you look here, you can see some of the best-known names nationally and internationally: JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Northwestern Mutual, NextEra Energy. Phenomenal. These are great opportunities in the consulting world with KPMG, Deloitte, EY, hospitality here with the Breakers and the Boca Raton, healthcare with Boca Regional, Jupiter Medical. We got all sorts of phenomenal things where our students are getting permanent jobs and internships, and we are working with these companies to meet their workforce needs. All right, I can't operate this. There we go. I will say this: we have been here in this community for 60 years. We are going to be here for the next 60 years. We're large. We're doing top-rated, top-quality things. We've got over 9,000 students in the business school, another 2,000 students doing continuing education. We're here to support you, and we ask you to support us. And with that, we will continue to do great things together. Thank you, and let's celebrate these wonderful businesses in this amazing business community. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Gropper. This morning is about honoring excellence, but it's also about the evolution and elevation of the Chamber of Commerce of the Palm Beaches. Over the past year, the Chamber's leadership, our board of directors and executive committee have been deeply engaged in defining and elevating the next chapter of this great organization. It's been around for over 100 years. What you'll hear next is a result of that vision, shaped by input from our members and driven by the momentum of this incredible business community in Palm Beach County. We're proud to stand behind what's coming next, what you're going to hear next, and I know you'll feel the energy and intention behind every word. Please join me in welcoming our amazing CEO and President, Michael Zeff.
Good morning. Please give a round of applause for our DJ this morning, Digital Vibez. They do amazing things to support children across Palm Beach County, and we're proud to have them as a partner of the Chamber. Today is about recognizing the people and businesses who are making Palm Beach County stronger. And it's the perfect backdrop for what I'm about to share. Because what we're celebrating today and what we're building for tomorrow is part of the same story. When I stepped into this role 6 months ago, I was given a clear mission. You just heard it. Elevate, energize, and evolve this chamber. At the end of the day, I just wanted to build a team. Surround myself with good people that showed up every day to make the business community stronger. That's it. But what I found is that when you focus on the right things, on people, on listening, on growth, you start to feel something change. And what happened over these past 6 months has been more than change. It's been momentum. And today, I get to share that momentum with all of you. Because this announcement isn't about me. It's about us. It's about what happens when a 112-year-old business institution gets off the sidelines and starts building the future. That kind of work doesn't start with marketing. It starts with listening. So that's what we did. We held focus groups, Zoom interviews. We even launched a county-wide survey. We listened to our members, policymakers, and community leaders. We did this with our partners at Pathos, a full-stack creative agency based right here in downtown West Palm Beach and longtime Chamber member. Pathos isn't just another agency. They've been shaping stories and elevating brands in Palm Beach County for more than 30 years. They understand where we've been and where we're going. So together we launched a full brand messaging study.
But it wasn't about marketing, it was about meaning. What emerged wasn't just a new logo or tagline, it was a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper commitment to our legacy. We reconnected with the mission that has guided us for over a century, to serve people, to build community, and to help businesses grow. That mission became the foundation for a clear new direction: prosperity, advocacy, connection, education. We call it PACE, and it's not just what we do. It's how we move, it's how we show up, and it's how we set the pace for business in Palm Beach County. Throughout this process, one unifying truth kept surfacing. Our why is your why. Whatever brought you to the chamber, networking, mentorship, visibility, advocacy, that's why we're here. That's what we're built for. Which brings me to the announcement of our new tagline, Built for Business. It's more than a slogan. Thank you. It's more than a slogan, it's a promise. So right now, I know some of you are thinking, is that it? Is that the big announcement? Well, when most organizations say they have a big announcement, they mean one, but we have 8. Every single one was designed with your business and your success in mind. So let's start with the most visible. We've refreshed our chamber logo. We didn't abandon the legacy, we honored it. We updated the typography, and we reimagined the iconic ball to reflect the full landscape of our county, from coastline to crop fields, and all the growth and prosperity in between. We also introduced a bold alternate mark, the chamber, established 1913. Because when people talk about us, that's what they say, and now we're saying it too, with clarity and confidence. And while we're at it, we also had Pathos build us a brand new website, which is live right now. It's clean, it's fast, it's mobile friendly, and it's built to make the chamber experience simpler, smarter, and more connected. But what good is a new look without a strong voice? So that's why today we're launching a new campaign called PBC Built. I'm so excited about this. You hear a lot about companies relocating here, and that's important. But the story of Palm Beach County is also about the businesses that are already here, the partnerships, the infrastructure, the rich, fertile soil for growth. And this chamber, we've been tilling that soil for over a century. PBC Built celebrates the businesses built here, rooted here, growing here. To bring that story to life, we partnered with Lemonlight to produce a series of commercial quality videos. You'll be seeing them throughout the year, but this morning, you're going to get the first look.
My name is JP Barbarigos, owner of Wellington Florist. I'm a third-generation florist. My grandfather was a florist. My dad got into the business. I grew up in a flower shop, sweeping the floor and scrubbing buckets. We've been the #1 shop here in Wellington since 1991. We've won many awards over the years. We have relationships going back 20 plus years with businesses and locals in the community. We sponsor all kinds of events, nonprofits. People don't think that they can call me same day and get something totally unique and custom, and they can. I'm more than just Wellington. I serve all of Palm Beach County. The Chamber has made it possible and really spread the word that we do go outside of Wellington. We have 35 employees, 6 trucks, and we serve 1,200 square miles in Palm Beach County. We've grown so much in the last couple of years since joining the Chamber, and now we've grown into all this. It's been an amazing journey. Interaction and connections I've made and relationships I've made through the Chamber have really helped me achieve that marketing goal. That face-to-face connection you make at every little mixer or after-hours networking event really helps reinforce that relationship you have with the person you're talking to, learning about what they do, how they impact the community, and learning how I can help them impact the community in other ways through flowers. I'm very proud to represent Chamber of Commerce of the Palm Beaches. We are PBC built.
And while we're celebrating what's built here, let's talk about something that's brewed here. We partnered with Pump House Coffee Roasters to create something new for the Chamber community, a custom coffee called the Chamber Roast, built for business. It's roasted right here in downtown West Palm Beach. It's bold, it's smooth, and starting today, it's the official coffee of the Chamber. And guess what? You've already had your first taste, because the coffee we've been enjoying this morning, that's it. So this exclusive coffee will be served at Chamber events going forward. But for the next month, you can also grab a cup at Pump House here in West Palm Beach. And on your way out today, you'll get a small gift from us, a bag of the new coffee, and a Chamber mug to enjoy it in. It's just a little something to say that this next chapter isn't just about how we look, it's about how we show up. And we're just getting started. And speaking of showing up in new ways, when you step outside today, you'll see one of Circuit's electric vehicles wrapped in our new Chamber branding. It'll be making the rounds across downtown West Palm Beach for the next month, spreading our message of visibility, access, and most importantly, momentum. And while that car's out there representing our brand, we want to make sure you can represent yours too. So starting today, every Chamber member will receive a branded membership seal, both digital and physical, so you can proudly show your connection to this business community. You'll find this seal in your member information center on our website, and we'll be sending it out after the event as well. And finally, a look ahead. We're building something new, a platform. We're calling it the Innovation Hub, and it will bring together mentorship, workshops, peer groups, and professional development under one powerful banner. It's not just for startups or entrepreneurs, it's for all professionals at any stage. This is a space for growth, support, and momentum. You'll be hearing more about this in the coming months. So yes, this is a brand refresh, but more than that, it's a brand recommitment to our mission, to our members, and to the future of this Palm Beach County community. We're not changing how we look, we're changing how we lead. And we're proud to do it along so many leaders and institutions working to make Palm Beach County stronger every day. Because this moment, this morning, it isn't just about a logo. Like I said, it's about momentum. It's about purpose, and it's about all of us. Not just all of us here in this room, because right now this event is being streamed live to more than 500,000 people across the Palm Beach Post platform and social media. That means that this energy, this message, and this movement is already echoing across the county. So I'll leave you with this. We are 112 years strong. We are the Chamber of the Palm Beaches. Built for business, built for you, built for what comes next. Now let's go build it together.
This is how we do it. It's Friday.
Thank you, Michael. We are so fortunate to have found Michael to help lead the next chapter of the Chamber of Commerce of the Palm Beaches. I also want to thank my fellow board members and the staff of the Chamber of Palm Beaches for being here today, putting on this breakfast, rolling up your sleeves, and working hard as we roll out this next version of the Chamber of the Palm Beaches. Now we're going to get into the meat of the program and the awards. Please welcome Dr. Abigail Lay with Nicholas Children's to recognize the Health and Human Services Organization of the Year.
Dr. Abigail Lay, child neurologist and program director of the Neurodevelopmental Conditions Program at the Nicholas Children's Brain Institute. Our vision is simple but powerful. We want to be where the children are. And that means bringing expert pediatric care to families throughout South Florida. We're proud to serve the community with specialty care centers in Boynton Beach and Wellington, and a state-of-the-art center in Palm Beach Gardens that also features a walk-in urgent care clinic. We are your pediatric healthcare neighbor, your partner in growing a healthier future. Today, Nicholas Children's is honored to present a truly meaningful recognition, the Health and Human Services Organization of the Year Award. To be considered for this honor, an organization may be either for-profit or nonprofit, must have been established for at least 5 years, and should demonstrate a strong commitment to community involvement and excellence in their area of expertise. The Palm Beach County Food Bank. The Palm Beach County Food Bank, founded in 2012, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to alleviating hunger by distributing over 15 million pounds of food annually and operating a state-of-the-art community kitchen that provides hot meals, culinary training, and wraparound services to those in need. Through innovative partnerships and expanded programs, the food bank empowers individuals and families with access to nutritious food, economic opportunity, and long-term support. The Max Planck Florida Institute for Neuroscience. The Max Planck Florida Institute for Neuroscience, MPFI, is a nonprofit research institute and the only Max Planck Institute in North America. It is dedicated to advancing the understanding of the brain through cutting-edge technology, bold scientific inquiry, global collaboration. MPFI's work explores how neural circuits drive thought, behavior, memory, and emotion, paving the way for future breakthroughs in health and medicine. The Lighthouse for the Blind of the Palm Beaches, Incorporated. The Lighthouse for the Blind of the Palm Beaches is a nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering individuals of all ages who are blind or visually impaired through personalized support, assistive technology, and comprehensive services from early childhood to senior care. With a legacy of advocacy, innovation, and inclusion, the Lighthouse helps clients live independently and confidently while reshaping perceptions of visual impairment. When I announce the winner, please come to this stage to accept your award. The 2025 recipient of the Health and Human Services Organization of the Year Award is the Palm Beach County Food Bank.
And thank you. This is a huge honor for the food bank. We work diligently every day in your community to make sure that our neighbors in need have access to healthy foods to live, thrive, and live their best life right here in Palm Beach County. I can't do it without our great staff. I have a staff table over here. Give yourselves a round of applause because they come to work every day to make sure that we are providing our mission the best that we can in the county. And thank you to my board of directors. We have a few of our board of directors here today as well who are very dedicated to the mission of the food bank. Again, thank you. We're here. We want to have you come out, bring your groups out, volunteer. We can't do it without our volunteers. We have some great opportunities at the food bank for team building. So please remember us the next time that your company wants to get together and come out and do some good for the community. We'll help you along those lines. Thank you.
Congratulations. And now, please welcome Evelyn Hopkins, Senior Corporate Counsel at Florida Crystals, to present the Nonprofit of the Year Award.
I look a little different than the photo. That's Caroline Villanueva, my colleague. Florida Crystals is a sixth-generation, vertically integrated sugarcane and real estate development company, proud to call West Palm Beach its headquarters. As the Nonprofit of the Year award sponsor, Florida Crystals and the Van Hool family cherish our legacy of giving back, and we are committed to doing so through our support of community, civic, and educational organizations. To be eligible for this award, organizations must be a registered 501c3, established for at least 5 years, and demonstrate a strong commitment to community involvement as well as measurable success in fulfilling their mission. It is my pleasure to recognize this year's exceptional finalists. Friends of MacArthur Beach State Park. Founded in 1990, Friends of MacArthur Beach State Park is a nonprofit dedicated to environmental education, offering free hands-on programs to over 4,000 Palm Beach County students annually to inspire stewardship, conservation, and a deeper connection to nature. Digital Vibez Inc. Digital Vibez is a grassroots nonprofit organization based in Palm Beach County. Their innovative programs and community engagement events motivate and inspire youth and families to use their creativity and talents to develop healthier habits while expressing themselves through positive outlets and engaging activities. Azul Fashion Art and Design Inc. Azul is a nonprofit dedicated to enriching the lives of adults with developmental disabilities and their caregivers through innovative arts programs that foster creativity, confidence, and inclusion. Through offerings like active art field trips, art ability classes, and fashionable design courses, Azul empowers participants, also known as creatives, to achieve artistic and personal growth while challenging public perceptions and promoting community integration. When I announce the winner, please come to the stage to accept your award and say a few words. Our 2025 recipient of the Nonprofit of the Year Award is, drumroll, Friends of MacArthur Beach State Park.
I was not expecting it because of the amazing other finalists in this category. Thank you so much. On behalf of the entire team of Friends of MacArthur Beach State Park, I'm honored and deeply, deeply grateful to accept this award. Thank you. As a nonprofit working to protect and preserve the environment through education and conservation, this recognition means the world to us. It reminds us that all of our small efforts really, really do add up to an incredible impact and can grow into lasting change, especially when our community comes together. Our dedicated board of directors and staff's passion drives our mission every single day. I couldn't do anything without them. They are incredible, and we're so fortunate to have a team that works so tirelessly to make all of these amazing initiatives happen at the only state park in Palm Beach County. I just want to thank them all, thank everybody here. I want to thank the Chamber for this incredible recognition to shine a light on an organization like ours. I hope that everybody in this room comes and visits John D. MacArthur Beach State Park to see some of our meaningful work in action, and I'm just, thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations. Now, it's my pleasure to welcome Brandon Cabrera, founder and CEO of the Brand X Company, who will present the Young Professional of the Year Award. Brandon is also a board member of the Chamber.
All right. Well, first of all, I don't know about y'all, but I am extremely excited to be able to say the Chamber, and everyone's going to know exactly who I'm talking about. So, great job, Michael. Great job, everybody at the Chamber, to get that done. As a past Young Professional of the Year winner, it is a true honor to present this award to another exceptional leader in our community. To be eligible for this award, nominees must be under 40 years of age, demonstrate leadership and strong commitment to Palm Beach County, and reflect the highest standards of integrity, character, and professional values. Now, it is my pleasure to recognize this year's outstanding finalist, Natalia Sangio. At just 22, Natalia is the youngest operations manager in one of GL Home's largest communities, where she oversees millions in revenue and leads operations with a focus on quality, integrity, and continuous improvement. The 5-time promoted bilingual, we all love that, professional and magna cum laude graduate of Florida Atlantic University. Yeah. She is passionate about breaking barriers, empowering others, and inspiring growth in her team and community. Kirby Davis. So, Kirby is a dedicated young professional and mental health advocate who has spent nearly a decade building community connections in Palm Beach County. As Director of Development at NAMI, Palm Beach County, and a graduate of the 2025 Leadership Focus Program, she is passionate about sharing mental health stories and expanding access to free resources. Travis Conway. Travis is the Executive Director of the Edna W. Runner Education Center and is a former program participant turned transformative leader dedicated to educational quality for Palm Beach County's youth. With a master's in organizational leadership, he has expanded programs, secured $1.5 million in funding, and championed inclusive, data-driven incentives that support academic, emotional, and community success. When I announce the winner, please come up to the stage and accept your award. All right, well, this is so professional, I love it. Okay, the 2025 Young Professional of the Year goes to Kirby Davis.
This is truly an incredible honor. I am deeply grateful to the Chamber for opening so many doors for me in this community. I want to give a special thank you to Rachel for nominating me for this award. Your support throughout this journey has meant the world to me. Catherine, thank you for your guidance, encouragement, and for always pushing me to grow. To my parents, thank you for your endless love, your sacrifices, and for always being my foundation. And to Shelby, thank you for being my constant source of strength, laughter, and perspective. You keep me grounded. And to all the finalists, congratulations. So thank you.
Let's stop for just a second. I want everybody to think about those three finalists and what that means for Palm Beach County.
I'm Michael Davis, Senior Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer at WGI. WGI is a national architect engineering. I'm Michael Davis, Senior Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer at WGI. WGI is a national architect engineering consulting firm. We plan, design, and manage the construction of major projects, both on the public infrastructure projects as it relates to transportation and water, and the private side as it relates to land development. I am confident that you've driven on roads that WGI has designed. You've driven across bridges we've designed. So our fingerprints are on much of the things that are going on in Florida and beyond. Our vision is creatively transforming how the world is envisioned, designed, and experienced. Part of our vision is growth. WGI has grown substantially in the last decade. Being engaged with the Chamber is a really important part of our continued growth. The Chamber has created a venue for us to talk about what we do and the value we bring to Palm Beach County. The Chamber provides a lot of opportunities for you to share with a large group of folks about your business and what you do and how you can work with them in the community and helping make Palm Beach County better. We are PBC built.
For a young professional. Those are future Palm Beach County C-suite executives. They are future chairmen of the board of the Chamber of Commerce in Palm Beach County. So let's congratulate all three of them again. Now I'd like to welcome John Biziano, Executive Editor of the Palm Beach Post, to present the Small Business Person of the Year Award. And John, thank you for live streaming this event to 500,000 people today.
I like the way you work it, no diggity, got to bag it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity, got to bag it up.
Thank you. So the Palm Beach Post today reaches more readers than we ever have in our 115-year history. We average 15 million page views per month. We're part of a Gannett USA Today national network of more than 200 newspapers that reach more readers than any other media company in the United States. But the Post considers ourselves a small business. We're local, we're in the community, and we're your neighbors. That's why I'm proud to present the Small Business Person of the Year Award. To be eligible for this award, the nominee must be an owner or a partner actively involved in the day-to-day operations of their business. The business must have been in operation for at least 3 years, have fewer than 100 employees or annual gross sales under 7 million, and demonstrate active involvement in the community. Now I'd like to recognize this year's outstanding finalists. Dr. Serge Dehady, CPA, PhD. He's the founder of Serge W. Dehady CPA, PLLC, and a dedicated West Palm Beach leader with over 20 years experience in finance, public service, and community engagement. A proud mentor, he combines his expertise in accounting with a passion for education, civic involvement, and empowering others through ethical financial leadership. Corey Lyon. Corey is a seasoned financial advisor at TFG Financial Advisors with over 8 years of experience, specializing in custom portfolio design and personalized asset management for individuals and businesses. A licensed Series 63 and 65 advisor, Corey is also an active community leader and published speaker dedicated to holistic wealth management and strategic financial planning. Darren Aratoba.
The Shop Tropical's journey started in Itacara, Brazil, a Bahian beach town in Brazil's Cocoa Coast. The founder, Darren, spent time in between jobs surfing in Itacara at Entahoga Beach, which can only be accessed by hiking 30 minutes through an untouched rainforest. He gravitated towards Florida's subtropical climate and found himself in the tropical plants business. Since then, his mission has been to recreate that experience and to help invite the energy of the jungle into our everyday lives. Shop Tropicals service high-end residential and commercial properties who are looking for a lush plantscape experience. Now, when I announce the winner, please come to the stage to accept your award and say a few words. And this year's winner is Serge Tahiti.
Well, thank you and good morning, everyone. Congratulations to the nominees. I would like to say thank you to the Chamber. It has been a great learning experience and it has added tremendous value to me personally and also to my business activity. And thank you again.
Congratulations to the nominees and Serge. Please welcome to the stage Milton Segar, the President and CEO of Discover the Palm Beaches, who will be presenting the Hospitality and Tourism Organization of the Year Award.
Good morning. I mean, Mike said that the young professional cutoff is 40 years, so I missed that for 2 months. Man, I had anyway, young at heart. Good morning. It's a privilege for me to be here representing Discover the Palm Beaches team, tremendous team, full of young professionals, by the way. It is my honor and privilege to present the Hospitality and Tourism of the Year Award. Discover the Palm Beaches is the official marketing organization for Palm Beach County, and our role goes beyond attracting visitors. We've helped the Palm Beaches turn into a world-class brand known for its business opportunities, cultural experiences, and quality of life. This award is especially meaningful to us as it recognizes a chamber of business that is working alongside us to grow tourism and contribute to the continued success of our local economy and destination. To be considered, nominees must meet the following criteria. First, be an accommodation, attraction, special event, or a business that provides transportation, sightseeing tours, or meeting services for incoming groups. Also, they have been in business for at least 5 years in our county. Demonstrate a clear dedication to the tourism economy. Embody a strong commitment to positioning the Palm Beaches as Florida's premier destination and personify the tradition of being America's first resort destination. Please congratulate me the 3 following outstanding finalists. The first one, Brightline. Brightline is America's first modern, eco-friendly, high-speed rail system, connecting top destinations in South Florida and Orlando with a hospitality-focused experience at a price comparable to driving or flying. Recognized by Time 100 and Fast Company, it offers a seamless alternative for city pairs too short to fly or too long to drive. The second one, Wellington International. Wellington International aims to remain the world's premier horse sports destination for generations, hosting prestigious events like the Winter Equestrian Festival, the Equestrian Sports Production Annual Series, and the Adicon Global Dressage Festival, all of them here in Wellington. Their commitment to excellence ensures top-tier experiences for athletes, horses, very important, and fans year after year. The third finalist, the Kravitz Center. Founded in 1983, the Kravis Center is a premier performing arts center with a growing national and international reputation. The center is an economic catalyst and magnet for cultural tourists and the local community seeking artistic excellence. In 2023-2024, the center welcomed 500,000 people, 500,000 people on its campus for a wide range of activities, including activities in its concert halls and for education and cultural programs. And now, please welcome to the stage the recipient of the 2025 Hospitality and Tourism Organization of the Year Award that goes to the Kravis Center. Ms. Diane Quinn.
I know everybody always says this, but we really didn't expect it. And so on a teeny tiny piece of paper last night as I was going to bed, Paula, my colleague, said, you better write something just in case. So first of all, I do want to thank the Chamber. So amazing. Thank you for this recognition. Thank you also to Milton and Discover the Palm Beaches for hosting this award. Much appreciated. This recognition means a lot because the importance that welcoming visitors plays as part of the requirements for this particular award. And it's critical that at the Kravis Center that we're seen as a place that is welcoming to everyone who decides that they want to see something here. We've really been working hard over the last few years to make us one of the most welcoming places, not only in Palm Beach County, but beyond. This is really done chiefly by the incredible staff and volunteers that we have here at the center. So I want to thank the 221 staff, our close to 500 volunteers, Lessings Hospitality that runs all of our catering, and of course the board of directors, because all of those people really are the front-facing individuals who welcome all of you and others who come through our doors. I also want to say that the arts are incredibly important. The arts are currently under siege across the nation, so I hope that you will keep the arts in your mind. The reason that the arts are important, and as we welcome this week will be our 91,000 student this year, just this year, we will serve 91,000 students who will come through our doors, very important for the future. The arts are important because they are a space to commune together. We are in a darkened space to be moved, to be inspired, and I hope to also transform. Again, important that we welcome so many students here, but also tourists from around the world. So it is very gratifying to be recognized with the Brightline, truly innovative, amazing that the Brightline comes here to West Palm Beach. And of course, Wellington International, I mean, they are international in their very scope and very nature. So to be part of that prestigious two groups is incredible. So once again, on behalf of our staff, thank you. I'm hoping your breakfast is good because I need to let Lessings know. And please support the arts. Thank you.
I don't know if you noticed in that promotional WGI video, there was a drone shot of the Kravis Center. And the reason it was in there, you probably didn't know that WGI designed all the plazas and fountains outside of this building, so we're real proud of that. So, please welcome back to the stage Dr. Daniel Groper with FAU to present the Business of the Year Award. Dr. Groper.
All right, thank you, Michael. And I'm going to have to work with these guys because next time I thought I was going to get walk-up music. So just have something to look forward to next year, right? I think you can see why we in the College of Business and the entire FAU was interested in sponsoring these awards. Our educational programs cover this entire gamut, from excellence in healthcare to innovation, engineering, and business, of course, and hospitality and tourism. It's just phenomenal, and we just love being part of this community and serving both the young graduates and the continuing education needs of our community and of all of you. Our commitment to our Palm Beach area businesses makes us especially proud to sponsor today's event and present the Business of the Year Award. Now, each finalist in this category has achieved remarkable results and accomplishments within their industry. They've exemplified outstanding corporate citizenship by giving back in the local community, and they foster a corporate culture that enhances the lives of their employees while pursuing excellence in their core business. It is my pleasure to congratulate and recognize the exceptional finalists for this category. McLaughlin & Stern, LLP. McLaughlin & Stern is one of New York's oldest and most respected law firms, offering comprehensive legal services with a focus on community impact and public interest litigation through its Florida office. Their nationally recognized attorneys specialize in personal injury, medical malpractice, civil rights, mental health, and substance abuse law. They provide personalized counsel with a commitment to justice and advocacy. Florida Power and Light Company. As America's largest electric utility, Florida Power and Light Company provides clean, reliable electricity to over 6 million accounts, focusing on advanced technology and a resilient power grid. They're committed to community impact, and FPL supports economic development, education, disaster recovery, and more across the entire state of Florida. Tanger Outlets. Located on Interstate 95 and Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, the Tanger Outlets Palm Beach serves millions of residents and more than 8.2 million visitors each year, marking themselves as a staple in the tourist impact of this city. Tanger Outlets Palm Beach brings Tanger's best-in-class operating platform to one of South Florida's most popular destinations. All right, this envelope, I've never opened an envelope like this before either, so here we go. All right, please join me in congratulating the 2025 Business of the Year, Florida Power and Light Company.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Pam Roush, and on behalf of all of my colleagues, we are so honored to be here to accept this award. You know, it's hard to believe, but we are 100 years old. We were born 100 years ago. And what that should tell you, first and foremost, is that we have waited a really long time to win this award. But truthfully, you know, we started 100 years ago as a startup company. We had some mules, we had an ice plant, we had a sponge boat. I don't even know what a sponge boat is. But what we also had was we had a team of people that had a spirit of innovation and a culture of collaboration. And it is that innovation and that culture of collaboration that has really brought us where we are today and headquartered right here in this very innovative and collaborative community. So when you recognize FPL, I want to say how grateful we are, because what you're really doing is you are recognizing the 9,000 teammates that I have at FPL for the work that we do every day, our commitment to excellence, treating everybody with respect, and doing the right thing. So thank you so much.
The Lifetime Achievement Award. Last year's recipient was Pam Roush. John Fletcher Koons IV was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. Koons is a German name, but Jeff's ancestors are also Irish, both groups representing the biggest part of Cincinnati's history. In a city of Irish and Germans, it's no wonder that beer is very popular. Jeff's grandfather, John Fletcher Koons Jr., was a writer who worked in a growing field of advertising. His skills helped a local saloon known as Burger Brewery become very successful. Jeff's father, John Fletcher Koons III, who was called Jack, bought Burger Brewery and turned it into a thriving statewide business with a fleet of trucks that delivered beer and picked up returnable bottles for refill at the brewery. Around the same time that Jack Koons was selling beer in Cincinnati, soft drink makers invented the franchise production model. Syrup concentrate was sold to independent contractors who bottled and distributed the product locally. Jack Koons, seeing the similarity between the soft drink and beer business, bought the exclusive Pepsi-Cola franchise in Ohio. The soft drink business, though, grew a lot faster than the beer business, and in 1965, Jack bought additional companies around the country, including the lucrative Pepsi-Cola bottling company in the state of Florida. Jack Koons earned great wealth by starting a very successful national company. Our honoree, who was called Jeff by his family because John and Jack were already taken, acknowledges that he had a privileged life. In his youth, he attended an elite boarding school and he received a Bachelor of Science degree from University of Miami in Oxford. Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men in the history of the world, was famous for predicting that wealth goes from shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in just 3 generations. A Chinese proverb with the same lesson roughly translates this way. The first generation starts the business, the second generation runs the business, and the third generation ruins the business. Jack Koons was a stern taskmaster. He wanted to make sure his son didn't squander opportunity. He pushed Jeff from an early age to work hard, to do things that were not only good for his company and his family, but to make the world a better place. And upon graduation, Jeff was given the opportunity to work anywhere in the country where his father had company holdings. However, his first job had to be to drive a soft drink delivery truck. Well, Jeff chose South Florida. As a truck driver in 1970, Jeff saw the best and the worst of Palm Beach County. He met and became friends with the old guard on Palm Beach who understood his patrician background and admired his work ethic. Out in the glades, he became friends with land-owning farmers who grew gladiolas and sweet corn, which he frequently brought back in crates for his fellow workers at the Pepsi-Cola bottling plant, which was located right over here on Railroad Avenue in West Palm Beach, where the other warehouses and manufacturing facilities were located. Today, that is a new shopping and entertainment district called Nora. But back then, those buildings were the blue-collar heart of our city. In 1974, Jeff met and married Mary Louise Moore. They settled and lived in a grand home, one of the first big ones on Flagler Drive, and they had 3 beautiful daughters who attended Palm Beach Day Academy. Now, by this time, of course, Jeff was no longer selling Pepsi to Winn-Dixie. He was delivering, and no longer delivering Pepsi to Winn-Dixie. His company needed him to do far more important things. In 1980, the exclusive franchise system for independent bottlers was challenged under antitrust laws as being anti-competitive. Congress was considering legislation, and Jeff Koons was sent to Washington to lobby not only for his family's business, but for the industry as a whole. Now, Congress did eventually enact legislation that preserved the franchise system, but not without many trips to Washington by Jeff on the company plane, timed in such a way that he could be home and be with those 3 daughters for dinner in West Palm Beach. After the franchise battle, the beverage industry next faced a new challenge in the form of a statewide legislation regulating the use of no-return bottles. When Jeff's grandfather entered the business, all beer and soft drink bottles were refillable. By the time that Jeff was helping to run the business, one-time use cans and bottles had resulted in an explosion of litter. That prompted environmentalists to seek mandatory refund deposits on drink containers. The entire beverage industry saw these bottle bills as a huge negative, and Jeff was again called upon to continue his lobbying efforts, this time up in Tallahassee. Now, Jeff was successful in preventing a bottle bill in Florida, but not in the way you might think. Jeff loved the natural beauty of his adopted state. He agreed that litter was bad. He just believed that the solution was everyone's responsibilities, not just beverage consumers. As these political battles waged on, his colleagues can remember Jeff saying, "I know what we are against, but what are we for?" The bottle bill was defeated in Florida because the industry lobbied the legislature to adopt a coherent statewide plan to reduce, recycle, and recover solid waste of every kind in a sustainable way, instead of just targeting beverage consumers with a deposit tax. And that is how Jeff became intensely interested in protecting the environment. Not just from the standpoint of solid waste, but also wastewater and the quality of water in our lagoons and canals in the intercoastal. Because of his success and familiarity with the political system, everybody agreed that Jeff was a natural for politics. In 1989, Nancy Graham, a rising young lawyer who had been elected to the city commission, resigned because of a potential conflict of interest between her law firm and the city. Jeff Koons was appointed to fill her seat. He would go on to serve 4 elected terms and was chosen by his colleagues to serve as president of the commission a record 11 times. And he was elected mayor by the commission in 1991, holding the distinction of being the last person chosen as mayor in that manner. Now, ironically, Nancy Graham, who he replaced on the commission, succeeded him in 1991 as the city's first strong elected citywide mayor in a new charter that Jeff helped to craft. I was born in this city, and I've had the privilege to watch it grow and change. And I can tell you that everybody has talked about the evils of growth for as long as I can remember. But it wasn't until 1980, under the leadership of Governor Lawton Chiles, that growth management became law. Jeff Koons is being honored today because he assumed the mantle of leadership at a critical time in our history when every county and state organization was required to sit down and plan, not only for growth within their own borders, but in the region as a whole. For the record, when Jeff Koons entered politics in 1989, the population of Palm Beach County was 840,000 people. Today, it is 1,600,000. Our population has virtually doubled in 36 years. When Jeff Koons first moved to Palm Beach County, Okeechobee Boulevard was a 2-lane road. Wellington didn't even exist. It was just a horse farm. I-95, starting in Miami, ended in Palm Beach Gardens. It met a dead end because FDOT determined we didn't need a bigger road going north. We had the turnpike. When Jeff first took office, the city's essential infrastructures, I'm talking about the water plant, and all of the utilities were nearly 100 years old as the city approached its centennial in 1994. Now, it's important to note that Jeff Koons was a very different type of commissioner. His guaranteed employment in a super successful family-owned business meant that he had more time than the other commissioners to handle complicated issues without needing to rush back to the office to do his day job. As a result, Jeff was repeatedly chosen to assume the most intensive responsibilities like chairing regional planning authorities and special commissions. After leaving the city commission, Jeff ran for county commission in 2002 and was elected by a huge popular margin. During his 22 years of political service, Jeff was appointed by the governor and his colleagues on the city and county commission to serve on dozens of regulatory agencies, advisory panels, and special commissions. Virtually every part of our community has been touched by his leadership, from traffic to transit, from transporting disabled to instituting Tri-Rail and improving freight train mobility, expanding the Norton Museum, which sits on city-owned pioneer land, locating the Kravis Center to this location in West Palm Beach instead of Lake Worth, building lots of much-needed new infrastructure, starting new social service agencies like the Early Learning Coalition and the Healthcare Purchasing Alliance, and most importantly to Jeff, not just preserving, but improving the quality of water as our most precious resource. The privilege status that enabled him to work on all these projects was due in large part to the financial support of his family. To his very last day in office, Jeff Koons was always above reproach when it came to money. Jeff never did anything for personal financial gain. It was always for the good of the community. And though his family was wealthy, Jeff enjoyed a relatively modest life and never became trapped by the rituals and glamour of Palm Beach. As I finish this tribute and this highlight, let me just highlight one last project that Jeff championed because I see it every day. When you drive over the Okeechobee Bridge and look north, you see a small group of man-made islands covered with mangroves. There's a walking pier at the edge of the lagoon. It's worth your time to stride out on that pier because it's populated with wading birds and oyster beds and native fish like snook and grunts and snapper. It's an oasis of wildlife in the middle of our city paradise. Before those islands were constructed, there were deep, man-made holes in the bottom of that lagoon that contained poisonous, stagnant water. They were the unwitting byproduct of the city's decision in the 1950s to dredge sand from the lagoon to create the beautiful, wide, flagler waterfront that is a hallmark of our city today. The South Cove Project, as it is known, has won awards for natural beauty and environmental benefits. However, when the South Cove Project was first proposed, some property owners on Flagler Drive feared the new islands would be an eyesore and attract undesirable people who might loiter downtown and increase crime. The landowners opposed the project. But for Jeff's strong advocacy, and I would say his personal sacrifice, those islands might not exist today. Jeff retired from politics to the surprise of us all, but not to him, because at the time he surprised, his 2 twin granddaughters were born. He decided he was going to spend more time on his family, his business, and even his own personal health and well-being. And some would say that the accomplishments he has made in that time have equaled and maybe even exceeded the accomplishments he achieved during his time of elected public service. For his leadership and contributions to Palm Beach County and the city of West Palm Beach, the Chamber is pleased to present John Fletcher Koons IV with the Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award.
Speech to give, but I want to talk about. So I got a call from Mike Davis like maybe 6 weeks ago. He goes, "Hey, you're outstanding Lifetime Leadership Award," and I go, "Who the hell is Jeff Koons?" Like I'm going, that was ancient times, but it's very nice to be recognized at this. I want to thank the Chamber Board, the members, and particularly staff that puts all the stuff together, that does most of the work, and I also want to thank Bill. He said that exactly as I wrote it, which took a long time. I had to kind of herd it in really good. So, and also, I have 2 daughters here today, my daughter Maura and Caroline, and my granddaughter Southern, who's going to school in a little bit. I have 8 grandchildren, so I'm practicing really hard to be a much better grandfather than father. It's something you're learning. I'm also realizing I have all these kids in the systems I work in. A lot of children in Palm Beach County don't have what my kids have. It's where I've been going the last couple of months. But I was privileged to be a city commissioner when '89 kicked in, as Bill has said, when we had to figure out what was going to happen. Palm Beach County was going to move out to the airport. There wasn't much here. Burdines had gone. And we had to figure out what was going to go on. I mean, it was just like, what's this going to be? Growth management kicked in, so we had to figure out what to do. I joined the Regional Planning Council. It's always smart to be on the council that's writing the rules. It's always smart to do that. So we invited them in, and then Bill Fountain, the DDA, Dennis Grady from the Chamber came in and had charrettes. We took the adjacent neighborhoods, the people that live downtown that David Palladino bought up, they all moved out and destabilized these neighborhoods. So basically, the city empowered these neighborhoods to come in and participate in this stuff. It was the first time anybody done a charrette. Well, what do you want your downtown to be, and what do you want your neighborhoods to be? The neighborhoods came back and said, we want code enforcement, we want historic preservation, and we want community-oriented policing. We want to be able to talk to the cops. We're going to take a look at this. And they came in with the downtown. And basically, they envisioned everything that's going to happen. Let's do the Kravitz Center. Let's get the School of the Arts going back. Let's go back to the Armory and get that going back. We want the waterfront, tear down the Holiday Inn, make the women's thing go away, rebuild the waterfront so it's friendly, space like that. So basically, it was like vision the whole thing, and that really led to what we could really do. And when we had to also rebuild a lot of our infrastructure was way off. The city, you know, we were going through streets and collecting stuff up. One guy brought me a cypress pipe. That's what the water is going through. A cypress pipe. Think about that. They chopped down the thing, bored it out, and that's what the water was going through. So we built the ECR plant, and then we annexed every piece of property we could get our hands on. That became the future tax base of the city. Basically put that back in the eastern section. Going forward in these systems like that, so we're working on road concurrency and infrastructure concurrency and school concurrency. A thing I learned very interesting, most of the black children in West Palm Beach were bussed out to white urban schools. Like, I'm a smart guy. I didn't spot that for 8 years. We finally built the first new elementary school east of I-95 was Pleasant City School. First new school east of 95 in 50 years. And we really started focusing on that. When I became a county commissioner, my
county commission district was mostly old people and mostly poor people. And then you start looking at stuff like this, and then you start looking at, and I served on the Children's Services Council. Do you know, Commissioner Koons, the first 6 years of life, a child has to get really good food because 90% of their brain is developed and most of their personality and morals are established. What? Really? Yes. You go, well, we got to work on that. Healthy mothers, healthy babies. She's over here like this. You know, you go to the working people and say, if you want really good employees, you need to make sure they eat before they get 6 years old, okay? And then they're going to be really smart, really kind of work. So basically, we ended up doing that in 2007 with the county motto was the best of everything. We realized we have a homeless problem. I shared the first 10-year plan was 07 and 08. If you do the math, then one more year from now, we're doing our third 10-year plan. But that was very intriguing to be able to see what's going on. We also take a look, they honored the food bank up here. We started that food bank. We had horrible opportunities for people, 200,000 people in Palm Beach County are risk at losing food. And by the way, when that big, beautiful bill comes down, we're going to get screwed, okay? I'm just telling you. And it's going to be food, and people that aren't going to get are really going to need it. Seniors didn't have food, so we formed the Hunger Initiative, and we've been working really hard on that to go forward. So one of the issues that I'd like to talk about, when we built the city, there was a catharsis in the 90s that people who lived here had to give here. The private money that went into here, the Kravis Center and the Norton Museum and all these things, it was people living in Palm Beach, and they lived here. You live here, you give here. And it was this wake-up call, probably weighs about $75 million. I would really like to, I preach Wall Street South, okay, and I preach the largest increase in wealth of any place on the planet the last 5 or 6 years. Yet we've got 600 homeless kids in West Palm Beach schools. 69% of the kids are in free and reduced lunch. Most of these kids are going through a very traumatic situation called ACEs, Adverse Childhood Separation. Naomi is here, they won, that's great. Naomi's doing this great stuff. Most of these people are really stressed out in terms of mental health stuff. And I think we really have to do a better job at taking a look at this. I was very intrigued to hear that the Chamber is going to form an education committee. And there's been some in the past, and I will offer my resources to take a look at this. But I think that committee needs to take a look at what do these families and schools need in West Palm Beach? What is it they need? And it's just the basic stuff. I mean, if you came up with 600 houses, I could figure out how to do that. But it's just basically underwear, socks, toiletries, and stuff like this. And so I think we can do a better job, and I would challenge you. It is hard to get a school to tell you what they want. They are working their ass off, and it's really hard. So you have to go in and you have to ask, and then next year somebody else is new. This is not easy. But these people deserve better. A year ago exactly today, Jody Haugen, who helped me raise my kids, we went and delivered 150 packets that were put together by the families over at Palm Beach Day School. They put together a packet for a middle child at Lakeworth Middle School. The kids did together, full set of summer clothes. Middle school kid starts in August, grows out of clothes like this. Hygiene kit, rich materials. I was giving this girl this bag. Opens the bag up, pulls out a new pair of shoes. Are these for me? I've never had new shoes. And you go, I can work on this. So when you're given wealth, you got to come back. We are an extremely rich community. I met Michael when he was doing a program at Coniston, and I'm just carrying stuff in. He didn't know who I was. You watch these guys work. He's got a good heart. He's organizing another program for Coniston December 6th. He's going to try and get stuff for 850 kids. I'm on that committee. I'm going to do whatever he needs. We're going to find it. So God bless you all. Thank you very much. One thing I want to say, I want to apologize to all my friends for all the crap I asked them to do. Thank you so much.
A new chapter has begun at the Chamber. As we conclude today's Business Awards ceremony, I want to congratulate all the winners for this phenomenal feat. Thank you all for your active participation and engagement this morning. A very special thank you to our presenting sponsor, Florida Atlantic University. And yeah, absolutely, clap it up for them. As we wrap up, I just want to share a couple of upcoming events. On June 13th, we'll be hosting the 2025 Dennis Grady Golf Tournament at PGA National. And the following week, on June 20th, we'll be back here for our real estate and construction breakfast, where we'll dive into the ever-expanding urban landscape of the Palm Beaches. With us will be industry leaders including Al Adelson from the Berkeley, representatives from Related Ross, and other prominent experts. So we hope to have you here. We hope to see you at both events, and thank you again for being here this morning. If I could have all of our sponsors and recipients please come up to the stage for a final photo. Thank you. Have a great day.